everyone, I'm Cece. I'm a mid-level associate at a large law firm in New York City. This is July 4th. We are about to head to the Williamsburg Hotel for a rooftop party. With me is Nathaniel. Hello. Hannah. Hello. She's visiting, so we have to show her a good time. It's the first July 4th of post-pandemic. We are excited to kind of party. We are on our 4th drink here, so it is getting lit, guys. We got into Uber to the location, but it turns out that there's just so much traffic, we decided to walk the rest of the way. Prices for something. They promised us all-you-can-eat barbecue, and this is what we got.
The saddest little burger.
They ran out of non-veggie burgers a couple hours ago.
Because all you can eat. This is not all I can eat. I'm very upset.
Hopefully the rest of the party is good enough, because this is very classic New York. Over-promise, under-deliver, especially when it comes to food. From last night. What did we think, Nathaniel?
I'm still so mad about that fire festival situation of the food. Fireworks and the music were just incredible. That was pretty amazing. We made some new friends. That was interesting. One of them was solidly hitting on Cece until they saw...
Because he saw the ring. And he's kind of stopped talking to me, which is actually great. The ring really doing God's work here. He didn't really know who I was engaged to because...
He did ask me if I was gay. He never figured out that we were together.
And now we're going to meet our friends to go to the beach together. And it will be a lovely, nice July 4th beach day. Happy work day, everyone. Yuna is quite excited about it being a work day because she is really excited about being able to sit in my lap because I sit in my chair when I work. Yeah. So this morning I'm working on notice letters for a client who experienced a data breach. In each state, all 50 states, each state has a law requiring notification to individuals like you and me in the case that certain of our information is breached or accessed by a hacker or something else. There's also federal laws like HIPAA. So when your medical information or health information is breached or accessed without authorization, the hospital or health insurance or other business has to let you know that that has occurred. As a privacy lawyer, what I help my clients do is figure out who was impacted in the breach. As you can imagine, when other files or documents or information is accessed without authorization, you don't just get a list of everyone that was impacted and how to contact them. So what we do is conduct a document review, which is very similar to a document review for litigators in discovery. If you're interested in litigation as a junior associate, a lot of your time is spent on discovery. That is asking the other side or your client for certain documents and then using that e-discovery platform to run search terms to try and find which documents might be relevant to your case at hand and then reviewing them. In the privacy context, I try to find out whether there is actually an identifiable person in the documents and then also what information about them was breached. Was it just name? Was it name and address? Was it name, address, and social security number? After we figure that out, we draft these notice letters to send to you. I'm sure you've received notices of data breaches before, as have I, and they just contain certain information about what happened, what elements of your personal information were impacted, and potentially offering free credit monitoring. In this case, my client had certain medical information breached, so we're drafting the notice letters right now to individuals, but because HIPAA is implicated, we also have to draft notices to regulators such as the Office of Civil Rights and the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, as well as state regulators such as the State Attorney General's office. A lot of what is required in the notice is already mandated by law, but we also want to make sure that whatever we're saying is completely accurate and also isn't bad from an optics perspective or could be used against our client in future litigation. So this is the HIPAA breach report to the federal regulator. You will see that it has a ton of questions that you have to ask, mostly about contact information and also about what happened. States such as California also have online submission portals for data breaches. This is an example of one, and as you can see, they only require you to report it to the regulator if more than 500 California residents are impacted. A lot of my legal analysis when we do have a breach come in is to figure out how many residents were impacted in each state and then figure out what types of information were impacted. So then we can kind of create this like master chart of legal analysis to see which individuals need to be notified in which state, as well as which regulators will be notified in which state. For example, if California only had 50 impacted individuals, then we wouldn't need to fill out this regulator notice form. Okay, that's kind of a quick overview of what goes into writing a notice letter to individuals and to regulators. So now let's get to it. I'm having a breakfast quesadilla for lunch. Nathaniel makes me lunch most days and also dinner really because I don't cook. But doesn't it look so good? There's like bacon bits in it. Get you a significant other that can cook. Hey everyone, it is now the evening. I did yoga, showered really quickly, and now me and Nathaniel are now at this theater to go see Blindness behind me. They say it's a socially distanced theatrical experience, so
It'll be something. I'm excited.
it's probably really highbrow. We're both pretty excited.
Yeah, that's so stressful.
It was definitely an experience.
Yeah.
There was a lot of lights, a lot of periods where we were just in darkness, pure darkness. I don't know if you guys have gone to one of those eat in the dark restaurants, but it was kind of like that. We had on headphones and this narrator who basically narrated us through a country's epidemic of blindness.
But it was very sort of intense and graphic. It kind of reminded me like Cormac McCarthy's The Road, where it's like a fight for survival and you have to do horrible things. Quite a Thursday.
Quite a Thursday. Happy Friday! We are going to Peter Luger, which is a steakhouse, a very old traditional New York steakhouse. And I think they only used to take cash up until very recently, but now they take debit cards too. But you used to have to go with just like mountains of cash to eat your dinner. So we're meeting one of my friends from high school who now is a doctor in New York, and his wife.
You're so fine, oh lady. Let your body take control. You're on my mind, baby. Just move a little closer. And I say, oh, it's the night we'll both remember. Oh, sweet surrender. Oh, we're moving close together. Wanna make your body mine through the night. Hot and sweet through the night.
To the Office of Civil Rights in Health and Human Services. Such as the Office of Civil Rights and the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. U.S. Department of Health and U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.